Water conservation and management is very important issue in sustainable development. As you well aware that without water there is no existence of life. Hence, it is giving importance to understanding of availability of water resources in India. Ancient conservation practices, present status of water scarcity, method of recharging of groundwater, precautions to be taken while recharging, case studies on rainwater harvesting and recharging, along with simplest and most economical method of recharging of borewells. First of all, we have to understand the availability of water resources in India. We had very good rainfall of 117 centimeters, which is second highest in the world. Also, 2100 major rivers, 13 lakhs minor irrigation tanks. Also, we had southeast monsoon, southwest monsoon, snow rivers from Himalayas, etc. You just imagine if Himalayas not existed, North India became a like desert, and there is no river flow during summer. Water conservation has broad meaning. It includes storing, distribution, effective management, and intimacy with water throughout our requirements. The reasons for water scarcity are increase in population, poor management and coordination problems, over extraction of groundwater, urbanization and encroachments, increase in pollution of water sources, impractical policies and lack of visions, neglecting ancient practices of conservations, and so on. Since rain is ultimate source of all water sources, hence, we have to harvest and recharge rainwater suitably. Water literacy is the first step towards mindset change. If we come across water awareness, about 50% of the water problem will be solved. From this photo, it is observed that she is managing with the available water. Hence, water is a community resource, needs community participation. How much water saved is water and also. Let us understand the benefit of rainwater harvesting and recharging. Environmental friendly and easy approach for our all water requirements. Recharging is ideal situation for all our water requirements. Increasing groundwater level, mitigates the effects of drought, reduces runoff and flooding of stormwater drains, reduces flooding of roads and low-lying areas, reduces soil erosion, improves the groundwater quality and quantity, low cost and easy maintenance, and reduces water and electricity bills. Generally, people will calculate the unforeseen borewell water in terms of 1 inch or 2 inch or 3 inch yield, but ironically, they will not calculate visible rainfall and water quantity. Olden days, groundwater was enriched with forestation, existence of tanks, lakes, rivers, etc. Recharging process was going through natural way. Now, due to urbanization effects, infiltration of rainwater become less, runoff water become more. Due to increase in population, industries, over extraction of groundwater table, through borewells, the groundwater water table drastically lowered. Evaporation from river, lakes, plants, trees are also reduced, which in turn affect the water cycle and global environment. That is why our ancestors was beautifully built the water conservation structures considering the future vision. They very well know about importance of forestation also. If we observe this photo, due to deforestation, runoff and flooding become more, fertile soil become eroding, which affects deforestation, which will in turn affect the environmental changes also. Some of the places in India the borewell depth crossed about 2000 feet. If we go into the borewell, we can observe the fissures, cracks, joints with dried condition due to over extraction of groundwater. Hence, recharging is absolutely necessary. Recharging principles is works like ATM. If we deposit rainwater to groundwater table during rainy days, it will return water like ATM. Concept of recharging, or we have to control running water to walkable water, walkable water to slow motion water, slow motion water to standing water, standing water to infiltration into the ground. Let us understand this geological information diagram. It shows the position of topsoils, lakes, shallow aquifer, borewell, soak pit, water supply line, UGD line, weathered zone, fractured zone, deep aquifers, along with fissures, to know the infiltration pattern of groundwater. These are various geological formations which are beyond our imagination. If fissures or porous or faults or joints or cleavage planes are existed in geological formation, then only recharge process will occur easily and smoothly. This video explains infiltration process of rainwater through geological formations of earth into groundwater table or aquifer.
Permeability is the measure of the rock's ability to allow water to flow through it. The situation makes it very difficult to even compare water resources for wells that are in close proximity. One landowner may have plenty of draw from his well, while a neighbor's well may be in decline because they are drawing from different aquifers at different depths. Or consider this. You may have drilled your well to the same depth as your neighbor's wells on both sides of your property. Side may be drawing water from an interval with different aquifer permeability characteristics. That's why it is difficult to know whether your neighbor's well usage location, the rock is more porous, and the underlying aquifer recharges faster, compared to the rate at which water seeps downward through denser rock in this location. This disparity makes it difficult to anticipate when individual sections of the Trinity Aquifer will recharge, and even more difficult to predict the availability of a given area of Kendall County to support. Now you should have a better perspective on how our ability to measure and manage our groundwater in Kendall County is dictated by a very complicated geological structure. You now understand that the groundwater available to residents and landowners across the county can vary greatly, depending on the portion of the Trinity Aquifer from which their wells draw, and the speed at which different portions of the aquifer recharge. It's evident that when demand or pumping exceeds the recharge rate of an aquifer, the net result is a loss of available water for all residents and landowners who draw from that same aquifer. Some areas with lower permeability.
When borewell becomes fully dry, it is better to treat with hydrofracturing process. In hydrofracturing process, high pressure compressed air will be inserted into the borewell, which clears the blockages in the fissures or pores of borewell like in hot blocks. This borewell will give smooth path to recharging process. When aquifer layer projected beyond the borewell level, automatically there will be overflow in the borewell or from the fissures. The diagram shows when the borewell which are in contact with fissures of geological strata, it can easily recharge groundwater table. When borewell is not in contact with fissures or faults or folds or joints, recharging will not take place. Then these borewell will fail to recharge. This video shows recharging of borewells through fissures or porous in a natural way. Direct recharging of borewells. This is the simplest method of direct recharging of borewells. Rainwater will be diverted from roof top with simultaneous filtration. Then this filter water can be connected directly to borewell if borewell is located in hot strata or hard rock regions. If borewell is located in hot strata region, as shown in the diagram, we can directly and safely recharge the rainwater instantaneously after filtration. This video explains the process of direct method of rainwater recharging after entering hot strata region. If borewell is in soft strata region and there is a chances of loose layers in the borewell, then we have to recharge rainwater safely through jointless high density polyethylene HDP pipe. This HDP pipe is inserted till it touches water top level in the borewell to avoid any damages or scouring of loose layers in the borewell wall due to impact of recharging water as shown in the diagram. In this case, if direct recharge is done, it leads to collapse of loose strata with silting up of borewell. How to measure the groundwater table level? By crude method, by tagging a small stone at the end of the hot thread, allowing it into the borewell slowly. When stone touches water top, it was sensed the person who is holding the thread. Then, by measuring the thread length, the level of water table in the borewell can be found out. Nowadays, digital water level recorder DWLR instrument is using. The instrument having graduated tape and sensor at the end. When the sensor touches the water top, it gives a beep sound with light at the top at ground level. By reading the graduated tape, it is possible to measure the depth of water table at level in the borewell, and also we can estimate the length of HDP pipe required for recharging purposes. It is possible to find out the empty volume by knowing the diameter of the borewell and vacant depth of borewell at each stage from this table to ascertain capacity of the borewell. For example, if we consider 6 inch diameter borewell for 800 feet borewell in vacant depth, the capacity of water will be 4300 liters. Depending on requirement or necessity, it is possible to fabricate or customize borewell cap to accommodate suction pipe, jet pump, cable and drain recharging pipe to facilitate borewell recharge. In this video, the rainwater collected from the rooftop is filtered and it is connected to casing pipe by punching to recharge rainwater pipe directly to borewell, which is located in hard rock region. Here, first of all, rainwater is collected from the roof. After filtration is allowed to underground sump tank. Then some tank overflow is connected to borewell for direct recharging. In this demonstration video, the rainwater collected from the rooftop was directly connected through PVC pipe into the borewell for recharging purpose.
ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ಒಂದು ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಜಾಲತಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಂತಹ ವಿಡಿಯೋವನ್ನ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಳಿಸುವುದೇ ಸ್ವತಃ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನದಿಂದ ಯುವಕರನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಚಾರ್ವಾಕ ಶ್ರೀ ಕಪಿಲೇಶ್ವರ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹರಿಯುವ ಮಳೆ ನೀರನ್ನ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಸಂಗ್ರಹಿಸಿ ಹಳೆಯ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ಗೆ ನೀರನ್ನು ಹಾಯಿಸುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದ ನೀರಿನ ಕೊರತೆಯನ್ನ ನೀಗಿಸುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋವನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸುವ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಸ್ವತಃ ತಾನೇ ಇಂತಹ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ.
This photo explains both rooftop rainwater harvesting and recharging. First, rainwater collected from the rooftop is diverted to underground tank after filtration. Again, underground tank overflow pipe is connected to borewell for direct recharging. He is demonstrating the process of rooftop rainwater harvesting, filtration process, direct recharging process to borewell in hard rock region.
Rooftop through this pipe, and we have to install one drum like this, which is having lid. We have to cut it here, come here, cut it here, and put such two strainers to filter the water. So that a little bit dust which is flows through this pipe and directly enters the borewell.
This photo shows the process of rooftop rainwater harvesting, direct recharging process to borewell. Effect of recharging. This is one of the case studies from University of Mysore. About 50% of the rainwater was diverted to 75,000 liters capacity sump, and another 50% of the roof water was diverted through CPVC pipe into the borewell and up to the water table after due filtration. This borewell water was tested before recharging and after recharging. It was observed from the test report of the borewell water that total dissolved solids was reduced from 1844 to 400. Calcium was reduced from 330 to 100. Magnesium was reduced from 220 to 125. And total hardness was reduced from 560 to 300. By this way, the quality and quantity of groundwater was improved drastically with dilution of hard water, which in turn saves money to University of Mysore towards establishment of new RO plant. This table showing various water quality parameters as per Bureau of Indian Standards IS 10500 for drinking water standards such as color, turbidity, sulfates, fluorides, iron, TDS, alkalinity, chloride, etc. This slide also demonstrating one more example for direct recharging of borewell through rooftop rainwater. Before recharging of borewell, we have to ascertain the recharge capability of borewell. We have to conduct simple recharge test. This test will help to design recharging of water quantity to suit according to our field requirements. For this, we have to go on filling tanker water directly into the borewell with known quantity and known time. While doing this, if water overflows from the borewell, we can come to the conclusion that the recharging capability of borewell is low. If water does not come out or overflows from the borewell, we can come to the conclusion that recharging capacity of borewell is high. With the help of known time and known quantity of filled tanker water, rate of recharge can be derived. For example, if we filled 40,000 liters of tanker water within 2 hours duration, then the rate of recharge will be 20,000 liters per hour. If borewell not overflows. Like that, in open fields, it is easily possible to ascertain recharge capacity of ground with known size of the pit. First of all, we have to fill the pit completely with tanker water. Note down the time. We have to go on noting the time with respect to drawdown condition as shown at frequent intervals. Say every half an hour till the end. With the known time and quantity of water, we can calculate the rate of filtration. These results will help to design the suitable recharging structures as per the different site conditions. Indirect recharging of borewells in open fields in hard rock regions. This type of recharging usually adopted in open fields. Rainwater will be collected at the sedimentation chamber or silt settling pond for desiltation process. Then this silt free water moves to filter chamber. After this, filtered water will percolate through perforations made in borewell casing pipe. This type of recharging will suits only in hot strata region or laterite zone region. Indirect recharging of borewells in open fields in hot rock regions. In these cases, chambers are constructed around the borewell in circular or rectangular or square shape. Size of the chamber depending on the catchment area, type of geological strata, vegetation cover, type of soil, intensity of rainfall over an area, etc. Usually, chamber around the borewell will be filled with jelly of 20 mm to 40 mm size stone aggregate, which acts as a natural filter. We have to provide micro level nylon mesh at top to avoid or to control soil particles into filter media to avoid clogging. This filter water will recharge slowly through the perforations of casing pipe of borewell. This video is example of indirect recharging of borewells in open fields of hot strata regions. The flowing water will enter through the stone aggregate around the casing pipe to filter and then to bore well instantaneously to recharge. This is an effort to build awareness with simple and most economical way of recharging of borewells with rainwater to save our Mother Earth. Thank you for watching this video. My sincere acknowledgements to Director SIUD ATI Campus, Mysore, Shri Padre, Editor and Water Journalist, Adike Patrike, Puttur, Shri Devaraj Reddy, Recharging Expert, Chitradurga, Dr. Prasanna Kumar, Professor, PES, Mandya, Shri Ayyappa Maski, RWH Expert, Bangalore, Shri Chaudhary, Senior Geologist, Groundwater Board, Mysore, Dr. Narayan Chanai, Professor, MIT, Manipal, and directly and indirectly cooperated persons and examples picked from internet resource persons. Thank you.